Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello my dear students, welcome back to Second Commerce Business Studies online classes. In last class, we discussed about the concept of fixed capital, right? So what is fixed capital? Yes, of course, fixed capital is the investment of the organization relates to the long-term assets of the organization. Long-term assets, it may be the investment for purchase of machinery, building or any other fixed assets. Okay, so here we need to understand the concept of working capital. So what exactly working capital? Let's see. So working capital represents the lifeblood of any organization. It represents the lifeblood of any organization, means apart from the investment in the fixed capital or fixed assets, every business organization need to invest some amount in working capital requirements or current assets, meeting the requirements of working capital or working capital expenditure. So what exactly working capital? So working capital is the capital of the organization invested to meet the day-to-day expenses of the organization. Now you can analyze what are the day-to-day expenses there for the organization. It may be purchase of raw materials or the expenses relates to payment of wages and salaries or any other expenses. A firm need to pay some of the day-to-day expenses, meet some of the day-to-day expenses. So to meet those expenses, each and every organization requires some capital. That capital or that fund is called as working capital. Okay, so for example, suppose a company, say the standard definition for the working capital is current asset minus current liability. That is, working capital is equal to current asset minus current liabilities. Current asset minus current liability. So here, say for example, a company's balance sheet shows rupees 2 lakh as current assets and it shows rupees 1,75,000 as current liability. Then what is the amount of working capital? That is 2 lakh minus 1,75,000 equal to 25,000. 25,000 is the working capital of that particular organization. So what is the standard definition for working capital? That is current asset minus current liability. For example, 2 lakh minus 1,75,000, 25,000 is considered as working capital. See, some of the examples for current assets are here: cash in hand or cash at bank, or the marketable securities or debtors, inventory, prepaid expenses. These are all considered as current assets of the organization. Okay, so and these current assets are more liquid assets, more liquid. It means these assets can be easily converted into cash or cash equivalents within a period of 1 year. So these are considered as more liquid assets. Okay, liquid assets. Current, here the concept of current liabilities. What is current liability? Current liabilities are the liabilities of the organization. Those are the payment obligations which are due for payment within a period of 1 year. Within a period of 1 year. What are the examples of current liabilities? Yes, bills payable, creditors, advances received from the customers, or we can say that outstanding expenses. These are all the examples for current liability. Those are the payment obligations of the company which are due for payment within a period of 1 year. And see, some of the current assets are financed through the short-term sources. And some part of current assets are financed through the long-term sources, that is called as the net working capital. Net working capital is nothing but it is same as the current asset minus current liability itself. It means or net working capital is also referred as the excess of current assets over its current liabilities. The excess of current assets over its current liabilities, it is considered as net working capital. Means some portion of current assets are financed through short-term sources, and the rest or some other portion of current assets may be financed through long-term sources. That source is called as net working capital. So we need to understand or we need to analyze some of the factors. Means business in a business organization, a finance manager has to analyze each and every factor which are relates to the requirement, which are affects the requirement of working capital. Say in every organization, financial manager plays very important role. He has to decide very effective manner about the requirement of fixed capital, or about the he has to plan about the requirement of working capital and all, right? So here also some of the factors are affecting the requirements of the working capital. So a financial manager has to correctly analyze these factors. After that he can decide about the requirement of working capital to the organization to meet the company's day-to-day expenses and all. So let's see one by one what are the factors are affecting the requirement of working capital. See, the firm must estimate the working capital accurately, because the excess of working capital results in wastage of capital, right? Simply the organization can waste the resources unnecessarily because they have excess working capital. And the same way, if the shortage of working capital affects the smooth functioning of the organization, that organization can't meet its day-to-day expenses properly. So a financial manager has to prepare the exact requirement of working capital for the smooth functioning of the organization. And so here the financial manager must analyze some of the factors. After that he can decide the requirement of fixed capital. Let's see one by one. The first factor which affect the requirement of working capital is nature of business. Nature of business. We know the nature of business affects the requirement of fixed capital also, right? So here also nature of business affect the one of the factor mainly affect the requirement of fixed capital. The basic nature of business organization estimate or influences the requirement of working capital. How you can say the nature of business or nature of business will affect the requirement of working capital? Yes, say for example, the manufacturing organization, say a manufacturing organization require larger amount of fixed capital, and also when that organization require large amount of fixed capital, it also requires large amount of working capital. So here are the same, here is the same. Say nature of a business, if the company is manufacturing organization or the industry is manufacturing concern, then it require larger amount of fixed capital, because larger amount of working capital, because it has to produce more quantity, and it requires some other, it required to meet some other expenses also, so it require larger amount of working capital, whereas trading concern require less working capital. So for and same way wholesaler require more working capital compared to the retailer. How? Yes, wholesalers give credit facilities to the customer. At that time they required larger amount of cash or cash equivalents, right? So for that reason they required higher amount of working capital compared to the retailers. So trading concern and some of the service industries require less working capital. So based on the nature of the business, nature of the organization, the requirement of working capital is depends. And the next one is scale of operation. Obviously the firms operating at larger scale or a larger scale need to maintain the more working capital, because they have to maintain large inventory, they have to maintain larger production and all. So at that time they require a frequent working capital for one or other reason. Say for example, if an organization is running at a very small scale, then they require less working capital compared to the large scale organization. So large scale organizations input is also greater and their output is also in a good manner. So that's why they require, the organization operating at larger scale, they require larger amount of working capital compared to the small scale organization. And the next is business cycle. The next factor is this business cycle is also affects the requirement of working capital. See, during different phases of business cycle affects the requirement of working capital. For example, during the boom period, market is flourishing, right? During the boom period, it means business is earning good amount of profit, so market is flourishing. So at that time more demand, more inventory is required, they have to maintain, they have to produce more productions. So at that time it means what? More working capital. And during the depression period, organization required less working capital, because at that time less demand, less inventory level, they can't maintain larger amount of inventories at that time. So it means what? Lesser, they need not supply the product, or because there is no demand, okay. So at that time they require less working capital. So the business cycle, its boom period or its depression at the time of depression situation also affects the requirement of working capital. So when market is flourishing, at that time company need to produce larger production, and they need to meet higher demands frequently. They need to supply larger productions and all, according to because they need to meet the demands of the customers. At that time they required higher amount of working capital compared to the depression period. So the next one is seasonal factors, and most you might see some of the organization are producing some seasonal products. They are producing only the seasonal products. So most businesses have some seasonality in their operations. The industries which are selling seasonal products, then they require, during the season they require higher working capital, because they have to meet demand, so they need to produce a larger amount of productions to meet the demands. And during the off season they required less working capital, because at that time there is no demand for such product. For example, umbrella, okay. So those industries have to produce they have to produce by using working capital to meet those expenses. at that time they required more working capital during this season. Okay, during the off season they need not invest much on working capital because the demand is very less for such product. At that time their production is also very low, so they can manage with the less working capital. So seasonal factors also affect the requirement of working capital. Based on the company's nature, the financial manager has to decide about the requirement of working capital. And the next one is production cycle. See, production cycle is a span period, or it is span between the receipt of, it can say that span of time or time span between the receipt of raw materials and its conversion into finished products. So production cycle is the time span between the receipt of raw materials and the conversion of those raw materials into finished goods. Some industries producing the products with the longer production cycle and some are producing with the very small small time span. It required very small time span. So based on the time period or based on the time duration of the processing cycle, business can decide its working capital requirements. Say for example, duration and length of the processing cycle affect the requirement of working capital. So working capital requirement is high in case of the processing cycle is high. Okay, with the production cycle and lower processing cycle, then it requires less working capital. So based on the time span between the receipt of raw material and its conversion period also affect the requirement of working capital. Say for some firm, say for example, it may be the manufacturing organization, some of the larger organization producing larger products and all, and it producing a fixed asset, then those organization require a long time to produce one particular unit. So such organization require larger working capital compared to the smaller units which are producing very small units or small products and all. So the next one is credit availed. Credit allowed. Here credit allowed, we know that many organizations provides credit facilities to its customers. To attract the customers, they need to, for example, wholesalers or some other organization need to give some credit facilities to the customers to mainly because of to attract the customers, attract some of the companies, they need to give some of the credit facilities to their clients. So these credit facilities depends on the level of competition and the credit worthiness of the customers. Okay, so if liberal credit policies exist within the organization, then they require larger amount of working capital. If the liberal credit policy exists within the organization, then they require large working capital. Where the strict credit policy is there, they are not allowed any credit facilities to any customers, only cash transactions are transacted or traded within the organization, then such organization require less working capital. So depends on the credit allowed facilities. Company or the organization required to fix the requirement of working capital, or they can decide after deciding the policy relates to the credit allowed. Okay, so credit allowed is also one of the factor which affect the requirement of working capital. Means any organization is giving much free facilities or much facilities on to the customers to attract them, then such organization requires larger working capital. Okay, so the next one is credit availed. Many organizations giving credit facilities, and also many organizations need to receive some of the credit from other sources, from others. Okay, so to meet to meet its day-to-day expenses or some other expenses, it needs to receive some of the credits from outside. Say for example, when we purchasing the raw materials, the creditors, the suppliers gives the giving the long-term credit facilities, then such organization require less working capital compared or else if the organization is if the suppliers is not ready to give long-term credit facilities to the clients or customers, then such organization require larger amount of fixed capital. So credit based on the credit availed, or say for example, if an organization can receive receive the benefit from the suppliers, if the supplier is giving long-term credit facilities to the organization, then they can manage with the available fund. Okay, or else if the supplier is not ready to give long-term credit facilities to the organization, obviously they require larger amount of working capital to meet the suppliers payments. Okay, to meet those payments, maybe the payments for raw materials. Okay, so credit availed, how the business is receiving good amount of credit facilities from outside, maybe the supplier, then they can manage with the smaller amount of working capital. So the next one is operating efficiency. Operating efficiency means what? Within the, say, how the business is utilizing the available resources with the effectively. Okay, see, each and every organization need to utilize the available resources for the success of an organization very effectively, very efficiently. They have to utilize the available resources, right? So if the management is utilizing the available resources in effective manner, it have good efficiency in overall overall activity of an organization, then such organization require less working capital. How you can say that when any organization is having good efficiency, good operating efficiency, it results in reducing wastage. Okay, where the wastage is high, then such organization require larger amount of working capital to meet some more expenses. Okay, so business is having good operating efficiency, then it can manage with the lesser amount of working capital compared to the organization. Any organization is having low efficiency, such organization which organization is having low efficiency, then that organization require larger amount of working capital compared to the organization, compared to the higher level of operating efficiency. So higher level of operating efficiency organization can manage their working capital easily. Okay, they can manage with the less working capital. Okay, so efficiency is also, operating efficiency is also a matter. It also affects the requirement of working capital. So, and the availability of raw material. When production, already I mentioned once, many organizations are seasonality in their operations. Same way, availability of raw materials also here. Say raw materials, some raw materials are available only at time of season. Okay, so at that time, say for example, organization can easily collect some of the raw materials, and many raw materials are not easily supplied. So at that time they have to collect, they have to store such raw materials. Okay, so for that they require larger amount of working capital. Say for example, organization can receive readily or easily, easy raw materials are available, then such organization can manage with the less working capital, because they need not to maintain larger stock of raw materials and all. So for say if a organization is not able to receive or collect the raw materials, okay, because that raw materials are available only at the time of season, at that time they need to manage, they need to store that such raw materials for a longer period of time. So for that reason they have to invest on inventory and all stock of raw materials. For that purpose they require larger amount of working capital. So based on the availability of raw material, firm can decide the requirement of working capital. Freely we can, means easily firm can collect the raw materials, because that raw material is available at any time. So they need not maintain any raw materials, or they can manage with the less stock of raw material, right. So at that time they can manage with the less amount of working capital, or else they need not to invest much on working capital. So such a factor is also affect the requirement of working capital. The last is growth prospectus. Say every firm is always aiming to what our organization has to grow to the upper level. Every year we have to earn more amount of profit, we have to gain some more and all. So for that reason, what the organization has to do? Yes, they has to attract the customer, they have to produce more products, they have to operate with a larger scale. So at that time they require larger amount of working capital. When the firm is aiming towards the growth, okay, so at that time they require to produce, they need to produce larger amount of productions. When firm is focusing on larger productions to meet the larger demands, at that time obviously they require larger amount of working capital. It may be for payment of wages to the extra workers or salaries, to meet the daily expenses, maybe the electricity charges or any other charges they require. To meet those expenses, firm require more working capital. So firm's growth prospectus also affect the requirement of organization. Say for example, the scale of production needs more. When the scale of production is more, at that time the requirement of working capital is also high. So depends on the production cycle, or depends on the growth prospectus. When the organization puts more inputs, okay, so at that time they need larger amount of working capital. Or else, say for example, organization remains same as it is, then they can manage with the less working capital. So depends on the growth prospectus also, depends on the growth prospectus, the requirement of working capital can be decided. So these are all the various factors which affect the requirement of working capital. It means every manager, every financial manager of an organization has to carefully analyze these factors. After that he can decide about the requirement of working capital. Whatever, based after analyzing the working capital factor, after affecting the after analyzing analyzing these factors, he can decide about the requirement of working capital. He has to take more care before deciding the requirement of working capital, because the requirement of working capital should be in an accurate form, because already I mentioned once, if the excess of working capital exists within the organization, it results in wastage, higher wastage. Same way, if the shortage of working capital also negatively affect the organization, means it affects the smooth flow of an organization. So every organization should wants to gain more profit. So for that reason, their decision is also matters a lot. So before taking any decision, they has to take more care. After they can decide the correct one only after deciding about after analyzing proper analysis of the different factors and all. So they can manage the available funds in an effective manner. So these the factors, the concept of fixed capital or working capital require to each and every organization. Each and every organization need to invest in the fixed capital and the working capital for the smooth flow of an organization. If the decision is proper, organization can achieve its objective in a smoother manner, in an efficient manner. So these factors are analyzing of these factors is very important to the financial manager to decide about the requirement of working capital here. Thank you for watching this video.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.